how to deal with trading setbacks. Hi, it's Charlie giving you the weekend's video. Hope you're very well. I wanted to do a video on a different kind of setback in trading, because most people think about a setback in trading as in having a drawdown and having trading losses, which obviously is a setback, but there are other types that you can have out there as well. And this one I wanted to talk about is when you've you've had open profits, and then you've seen a profitable trade or profitable trades coming back and stopping you out at either break even or still for a loss if you haven't got to that point where you've started to be able to move your stop up. And for most people, seeing an open profit become a loss is one of the hardest things that they can do in trading, because quite often if you get into a trade and it almost goes straight down, it never almost you take a trade here and it never goes anywhere. It just comes straight down to your stop loss down here, and it never really bounces. Then those ones are easier to deal with. But it's when you've actually been in a trade and it's gone up for you a nice amount, but nowhere near, obviously not to your target, but then just rolls over and then either stops you out or trading stops you out. And for a lot of people, emotionally, that can be a lot tougher than just a straight stop out. Now, some people will say, oh, well, that's why you've got to move your stop up to break even as quickly as you can. And that to me is not always can you do that, because if you start to move your stop up to break even as soon as you can, you're not allowing the trade to breathe. And so you're then potentially choking the trade, as I call it. So if you've got a stop loss down here and you get into a trade here and it goes up a little bit and you move your stop up to break even, and then it just comes down a little bit more, maybe nicks you out, and then off it goes all the way back up again. So you have to be careful of thinking that that's the solution or the answer to that type of thing, because I don't think that it always is. I'll give you an example. I've been in many trades over the years where I've seen open profits which are sort of five-figure, nice five-figure open profits. The trade started to run for me, and then to see five figures then roll over and actually become a loss, not even a break-even trade, because like I've just gone through there, you can end up in a situation otherwise whereby it's all very well with the benefit of hindsight to say, oh, you should have moved your stop up to break even, but that's the benefit of hindsight. Like I've just said, sometimes it just needs a bit of wiggle room, and you can't move the stop up to break even, and then it just gets stopped out. And so you see a nice open profit completely disappear. And so I think the one thing to keep in mind is that if you want to be in that type of trade where you're trying to run the trade, then if you move your stops up too aggressively, you'll almost never get to that target that you're looking for. You'll almost never get to that target you're looking for, because you're moving your stops up too aggressively. Yes, it might make you feel good, but as I've said many times over the years, we're not in trading to make ourselves feel good all of the time. So you can't always do that. You have to remind yourself that, okay, if I want to be in this trade for this level up here, and I've got in down here somewhere, my stop loss is here, then I'm going to have to put up with that potential for it to come down. Let's say it's gone up a bit and then it's come back down. I have to give it that room to breathe in order for it to get all the way up to that target. So I just think it's it's something you have to keep reminding yourself all the time. If you want the bigger targets, then you've got to give it that bit of room. Okay, now not always can that be the case, and there are all sorts of different types of trading disappointment. So that's one, is where you're in a nice profitable trade, and the reason I've done this video today is because I've just been in one where I've been in some nice profitable positions in recent weeks. I've taken some money off the table, but all the money that I've taken off the off the table has paid for. I've just had some stop outs here, just literally in the last couple of days. So all I've done is paid for the losses, really. And you see your open profit. You see what was your open P&L, and it would have been lovely to have had that. And I've been talking to our traders about it, even when the positions were right up near their highs. And of course, it would be lovely to do that. But if you do just bank just because it's a nice profit, and these were really healthy 5-figure profits, open profits. But if I had just banked it and then it had just carried on going up to its target, well, what am I achieving? I've come out before getting to my overall gains. So if you want those bigger gains that can come with those sort of big trend-based trades, then you have to put up with the fact that some of them will completely reverse and end up amounting to nothing. And so all you can do is keep reminding yourself that if you took 10 trades like that of course some of them, a number of them, are going to fail. They're going to go up a bit for you and look really nice and healthy, and then they'll come back and stop you out at either break even or a loss. And but you only need those 2 or 3 out of 10 that actually are going to go and make those bigger gains. So it's just worthwhile keeping that in mind. So it's only now this is a certain style of trading. Not everyone trades that way, looking for the bigger runs, and but most people can, I'm sure, relate to being in open profits and then seeing them get it rolling over and getting stopped out. And it can be, like I said, more emotional than any other type of stop out. So what you have to do, block it off. Say if I did 10 trades like this, how many do I need out of those 10 to give me an overall really nice profit? And just keep reminding yourself of that. Otherwise, you get too caught up in the fact that, oh, I've just taken this trade and it stopped out. I'm never going to do that again. I'm going to raise my stop. And then all that's happened is the market has got you, because all at that stage you're doing now is you're succumbing to the market and moving the stops up too tight every time. And as a result, you never get those bigger winners. Anyway, that's a food for thought for this weekend. Hope you have a lovely weekend. It's going to be nice weather here in the UK. And I'll see you next week. Take care for now.